The number one thing that the Toronto Raptors need to make it to the NBA Finals is they need the standings to remain the same. The standings right now have Toronto at 2 and Indiana at 3. So the Raptors in the first round, they would end up playing Brooklyn right now. And it doesn't really matter who Toronto plays in the first round. I don't see Brooklyn or any of the teams or Charlotte or any of those teams at the bottom of the playoffs in the East actually being able to pull off an upset. I don't see it. They can maybe win a game or maybe even two, but I couldn't see that really going anywhere with Toronto. Toronto wins that series easily. The next round opponent now would be whoever plays Indiana, maybe Detroit, and Indiana will probably win that series. And their second round opponent would be the Indiana Pacers. Like, no disrespect, but the Indiana Pacers are like, they're playing good basketball, but I think when it really comes down to it, they're going to get eliminated. I think there's just better teams. Like, they don't have Oladipo. It's gonna show in the playoffs. But if they can reel it together and pull off a 3 seed, that's going to be actually very beneficial to Toronto, because I think Toronto would handle them pretty easily. I think within at least 6 games. I don't see that going 7. And then that would put them right into the Eastern Conference Finals versus a good team, but Milwaukee, Boston, or Philadelphia, they're gonna some of those legs might be a little worn, and I think that could only benefit Toronto. Toronto could have a real easy shot at this. Like, nothing necessarily is easy, but in terms of what's the usual for a 3 seed, that's typically kind of easy for an opponent to play an opponent that doesn't have their superstar.